the time.
section. Yep, getting the best. We also share a love of Italian food, right?
Yes.
Because many people do not know that my dad was Italian, so I'm half Italian. So here we've got Delizioso, the fabulous
Absolutely.
desserts that everybody's fallen in love with on QVC, maybe with that famous tiramisu. But now we've got brand new 5 pounds of the toasted Amarettini cake. It's a one-day only price item. And I love to cook and bake, Chef Tony, but there are certain things I am not going to attempt because I know how much better you're going to make it, and that is this. It's today and today only at this price, brand new. Not only will the price go up at the end of the day, but you're not going to be able to see that 2 easy payments of $27.23, and this is gorgeous.
Absolutely.
Oh my
Thank
gosh.
you so much. First of all, this is our sister cake to our tiramisu. So if it looks like a tiramisu to you, it's made the same way, but a little different on the ingredients. Now here's the great part. Every single cake that you see that we sell is handmade.
Wow.
So this cake right here, we take our Saviati, which is our ladyfingers,
Okay.
and then our mascarpone cream, and then more Saviati, more mascarpone cream, and then we top it with toasted almonds. And here's the cool part. The Amarettini cookie that's on here is direct from Italy.
Oh my gosh.
The ladyfingers, direct from Italy. The
Wow.
mascarpone cream, direct from Italy.
Wow.
So it's sweet.
It's authentic, baby.
It really is. And you know what? The cookie goes back to 1719. That's when it was first invented.
Oh my gosh.
390-year-old product. I mean, I hold it in our hands. It's history.
Right, right.
And we crumble
Talk
that on
about
the
generations.
top. It's amazing. This is something that you would get truly in Italy, and I can't wait for you to taste it. We're going to go there in a second. But what I love about our cakes is when you get this home, Delizioso only makes for 5-star white glove restaurants.
Okay.
That's who we cater to.
Okay.
So it's got to be the best ingredients, the best flavor profile.
And now we can finally get it at home.
I'm
Here's the
salivating.
thing.
Sorry.
Okay, so here's what we have. No auto delivery, so you may want to stock up. How long will it stay in the freezer, Chef Tony?
Freezer 1 year and in
Okay.
the fridge 1 week.
Okay, so if you want to keep it in the freezer, and because there is no auto delivery, because these are all made by hand, sometimes the food is just so precious and tender, it's hard for us to get it to you on auto. Brand new today, you're getting the one day only price item, 2 easy payments of $27.23, and we are now seeing that the December 11th ship date is flying out the door. Dan, you look like a man that needs some cake and needs a fork.
Tony gave me just a tiny little taste.
He did.
And it was so good. I said, okay, I can't stand it. I'm like, I've got to come out and have a whole, it's that flavor. I said, didn't I tell you, it reminded me of like a great ice cream treat I had when I was a kid? And you said,
Well,
kind of mimics the good humor man.
That's exactly right. If you remember the guy on the
So
bicycle
tender.
with the little bells that he'd ring and you'd get that toasted almond ice cream, that's the best way I can explain the flavor profile of this cake.
It is. It's like toasted almond ice.
It really
so
is.
Good.
So you have the softness of the ladyfinger,
Really good.
and then the sweet and creaminess of the mascarpone.
The creamy mascarpone.
Absolutely. And then you get that crunch of the almond and then the Amarettini cookie.
I think we would all
So
agree
good.
that New York City has some of the best Italian restaurants in the country and outside of Italy in the world,
I'm
right?
a little prejudiced, yeah. That's
yeah,
my
I would say
hometown.
that.
Yeah.
And so when I go out to eat in some of the fabulous restaurants and order dessert, I expect it to be like this, but honestly, this is even better, and it's in my home.
It is.
Thank you.
You know what? I'm going to excuse myself because I need to focus and become one with this.
Please.
Order this. You won't be disappointed.
And I just want to show this too, because the ingredients that we
Yeah,
use,
so
this
good.
is actually the cookies that are imported from Italy. So these
gosh.
are our Amarettini cookies. Just want to open it up and show you. They come 2 in a package. And these are very, very,
at
how
clear and
dainty they are.
delicate.
Then we crunch these. And in tradition, they use these at weddings in Italy. They would take the wrapper and actually light it up. And if the flame and the paper went up in the air, then your wish was granted. So there's so much history and amazingness to the cake. But more importantly than anything
so good.
is our ingredients.
And you know what it is? It's that crunch on top. I love tiramisu, don't get me wrong.
Yes.
And yet, there's something about this cake. It's that extra crunch on top with that texture that makes it fabulous. Now, I'm looking at 5 pounds right here. You're getting it on a one day only price item. That goes up at the end of the day. How many people approximately will this serve?
15 to 20. I have them cut into 20 pieces here.
And these are good sized pieces.
That's
and
exactly right.
They're so flavorful that you don't, I mean, yes, you could keep eating, but you don't even need to, like, because it's so, you could get Dessert for 20. Now let me ask you this. Like
Sure.
when it comes, it's frozen. What's the best way for me to get it ready for the Thanksgiving or the Christmas or the, you know, the 7 fishes meal on Christmas Eve?
The best way is the night before, put it in the fridge.
Okay.
You can do it 5 to 6 hours in the fridge. And then take it out and let it sit on the counter about 35 to 45 minutes. Because you want that mascarpone to just come down almost above room temperature.
Okay.
And then you're going to get that creaminess. And what you're seeing on the screen right now, that's half the cake. That's
Oh my
10
gosh.
slices, which is only half the cake. We got 20 slices or pieces out of this cake itself.
And if you have a dessert buffet, you could probably get like 40 tiny little squares that you could do
That's
maybe with
correct.
your own family
That's
favorites.
correct.
And I'm thinking you could just like take half the cake out, put that in the refrigerator, leave the other half in the freezer. I mean, even if you don't have a big family, oh my gosh, you need this. So here's the scoop. In the ship date, which is December 11th, it is going very quickly. Now remember what
Thank
Chef
you,
Tony
everybody.
said,
Thanks.
it's going to stay in your freezer for at
1
least
year.
1 year. So if the December 11th sells out and you wanted this for Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve or just something to serve with a great cappuccino when your friends come over out of your Keurig, then go right back to the immediate ship date. But that's all we have. We don't have auto delivery.
That's
we
correct.
just have this. And take us back to what this is, because this is really special.
Absolutely. So again, we're talking about Saviati, which is our lady fingers. They're imported from Italy. So we start with the bottom layer of that. Then we add mascarpone cream, which is actually sweetened very lightly with cane sugar, unbleached flour. All of our ingredients is top shelf. Then just a little more, like an inch
that's
worth
good.
of the mascarpone. And then we top it with those beautiful toasted almonds and the Amarettini cookie.
That on
That's
top,
crunch gets
that
you.
just sends you over the edge. And yet it's not too sweet, it's not cloying, it's fabulous. It's something the kids and the adults will adore. Now, when we talk about Amarettini, some people may think, is there any amaretto, is there any alcohol in this, Chef Tony?
Absolutely not, and that's the great part. We use an almond-flavored syrup, so it's like an amaretto. It has the same flavor as amaretto, but it has 0 alcohol. So no matter who you are or where you're from, you'll love this. And I want to also say something.
Yes,
that's
please.
a beautiful birthday cake.
Oh,
you
my
pop some
gosh.
candles on that,
Yes.
or decorate it for the holidays,
Right.
whatever holiday you celebrate. It's just decadent and delicious.
So if you've had the Delizioso tiramisu and loved it and said it was the best ever, you've got to go here. And maybe you're not a tiramisu fan. You still have to go here because it's a completely different flavor profile. And if you love marzipan as much as I do, you absolutely need this.
Absolutely.
You have to have this cake. And it's today and today only at this price. The price is going up at the end of the day. The easy pay can't be $27.23. We have Susan on the line.
Yay.
Susan, we want to get you ready for last chance for Thanksgiving and all your holidays. Please meet Chef Tony and tell us, what do you think of this cake?
Hi, Susan.
Hi, it's breathtaking. It is wonderful.
Thank you.
Everything that I've ordered from you all with food has been outstanding.
Oh,
and
wonderful.
since this is new, and I heard dear Jane say it's flying out the door, I said to my husband and my grandson, I said, Mimi's got to order it. So,
Thank you, Susan. Thank you.
oh, listen, thank you for everything that you bring to QVC. And of course, Jane, you get me in trouble all the time with shoes.
Uh-oh. I will, you know what? I will take full responsibility for that, Susan. But you and I can just get in trouble together, right?
Oh, let me tell you, my dear friend Bonnie is in heaven. And I want to tell you, we had more fun with QVC that it just warms my heart.
Oh, beautiful memories.
Thank
I'm
you so
sorry for
much.
your loss, but
Yes.
I'm happy you have such wonderful memories. And I'm really just touched that you took the time to tell us your story today.
Yes.
Thank you, Susan. That means a lot.
Thanks,
Hey,
Susan.
and you guys have a beautiful Turkey Day and a blessed Christmas.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Same to you
Blessings
and
to you,
yours,
too.
Susan. Thank you, dear sweet friend. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So sweet.
We have the best customers in the world. We really do.
We do, and I have to say something because that touches my heart. Every product that I bring here is a product that I have in my home. I'll be serving this cake for the holidays.
Right.
I'll be serving the last limoncello, and we're gonna have cake like crazy. But the cool part is I know our customers, when they get this home, it exceeds even what we can say here.
So we've had 1,400 ordered. So now in the December And most of them, about 1,000 of them, are in that December 11th ship date. Remember, if that sells out, just get it immediate. It's going to stay in your freezer and be fresh for up to a year. But Frankie, you told me that's well over half of the quantity that we brought in. Oh my gosh. And you know what else, Chef Tony? There are certain things that are pretty easy to find at the local bakery. Like maybe we have a really good Italian bakery close by and we go there and we get a certain type of cookie, or, you know, hey, I live near South Philly, so we can go there and try this, that, and the other thing. This is a rare treat. This is not something that even most local Italian bakeries carry. It's a really beautiful, rare treat,
Absolutely.
isn't it?
And yes, that's something that I'm glad you brought up. It's not like you're going to go down to the local market and find this. You know, unless you go to a 5-star white glove restaurant, you're not going to taste this anywhere else. We make them for the restaurants and exclusively for our QVC
and
foodies.
At those restaurants, maybe 3 or 4 of you could enjoy the dessert for this price, and now 20 of you or more can enjoy this at this price. So the price is going up at the end of the day. We're getting limited in the December 11th ship date. Chef Tony, with about a minute to go, can you explain to us again what an Amarettini cake is all about?
Absolutely.
And the crunch on the end just makes it.
Absolutely. So we start with the lady fingers, as you see here, and they're imported from Italy. Then we make our mascarpone cream, which is very lightly, it's creamy and sweet, but not too sweet. Then more of the lady fingers, more of the mascarpone, but then the magic happens right here on top. We use California toasted almonds, and then we crunch those arancini cookies from Italy right on the top. So you've got sweet, creamy, crunchy, and then the amaretto.
And these are the sweet little cookies that come from Italy that are used in this cake. So everything is our Italian, authentic ingredients. And that's why this is something that normally you're only getting if you're at that really like once a year anniversary type dinner out. And now you can have it for breakfast, you can have it for lunch, you can have it for dinner, you can have it for your late night snack. And don't you agree that it's the texture, it's something about the crunch with the creamy that's just so satisfying.
You know what's cool about this? I love this part. So when our foodies order this, these are handmade. So it's like you went into your neighborhood bakery and said, hey, I want something special for the holidays and put on my table. And the baker said, I got you covered.
Yeah.
And this is exactly what they made you. So these are all handmade. They're made to our old recipes that came from the old country. We don't spare on the ingredients. And you can just see the creaminess as this is getting nice to room temperature. There's your mascarpone. There's that Amarettini cookie. Then you got the crunch of the almonds and the lightness. And that's what I love about these. These cookies are so light. You don't get heavy feeling when you eat it.
No.
So you're not going to have to worry, oh my gosh, what did I do to myself?
Soggy either. I think that's the thing sometimes. If you've tried a cake like this, you've never tried this because this is brand new. Like I said, the texture from the creamy to the crunch to that light sponge is just beyond. You feel like you're eating a cloud, and yet the flavor is so amazing. So we don't even do this on auto delivery. This is so brand new. You can get this gorgeous cake right now in time for Thanksgiving. Can you imagine offering this along with your pumpkin or pecan pie?
Oh, yeah.
Like, come on. Because, you know, you've got to have a little ravioli on Thanksgiving, right, Chef Tony? Course number 2, maybe?
Or 9.
Or 9. And then what you can also do is have this shipped out to you on December 11th. Even if you get one, I would double it up for 2, because your guests are going to be asking for this the next time they come over. Your kids are going to be coming home from school and saying, can I have a piece of that cake, Mom?
Correct.
And there's no baking. You just let it defrost in the fridge, right?
That's exactly right. And let's say you have a birthday coming up in April. This has a 1-year honest to truth, 1-year shelf life in your freezer and 1 week in. Also, I want to say, if you take these out...
So 1 week in the fridge?
1 week in the fridge, 1 year in the freezer.
Yes.
Now, let's say you have it in the fridge for 3 or 4 days and you realize, oh, my company can't come. You can refreeze it. You can pop it right back in the freezer, and it's not going to take the cake and hurt it at all.
Well, I talk about my dad a lot, and he was 100% Italian. Both his parents were from Italy, and I used to buy him a lot of food, even though he lived alone, because he loved how he could just do that kind of portion and control. He loved his desserts. He loved his cheesesteaks. He loved his Cheryl and Company cookies. And this is something that I would not have been afraid to get for him, because I'd say, okay, let's cut it up, keep it in the freezer. He would have gotten just 1 slice out at a time. He ate and cooked like an Italian, you know, went for the fresh ingredients every day, and you have it. But I have an update for everybody. We've sold well over 2,000. If you want the immediate ship date, we're down to 500, and that is it. We might not see this again until next year. And then the next date, which is the 11th of December, has been the most popular, but the price and the easy pay gone at the end of the day. Wow, what a show, Dan. Woo!
It is
Big show, and I want to remind everybody that at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, there will be something brand new. I can't tell you what it is, but you're going to love it, and you're going to love these. You're looking at one of our salmon fillets. These are Egg Harbor.